Let's talk beating Bo. I want to talk about everybody's hate for the man. I had to put out a video after I saw the Ty Haywood prediction go in from the Texas guy. You know, it's always interesting when you see the competition put out their predictions. It feels like not only are they throwing in the white flag, but at the same time they want to be one of the first people to ruin the opportunity of a kid because they ain't coming to their school. But we got to see Ryan Fejo, who committed earlier of February 4th. He dropped his commitment. He was a 3-star and not rated in a lot of places, right? And so, of course, the comment section on my YouTube was pretty ridiculous. Why are we going after players we ain't getting good players? Being Bo needs to be fired. I was hearing it all. This dude just jumped up on 3 ratings, jumped in like the top 150. He's number 80 on 247. Ryan Fejo. And I know you have a relationship with the kid. Talk to me. What do the people need to know about him, and why should we be excited about him coming down the line?
OU was his first ever offer. The first one. Crazy. And
crazy.
I think there's so many ways I could take this. Here's where I'm going to start. If you're someone who complains about rankings, 10 times out of 10, I will say, probably 9.5, you don't even know what you're upset about. You have no clue. A lot of that, as it relates to Fejo, though, he was a 3-star kid. By the way, he was the highest grade of a 3-star at an 89 overall. What does that mean? Oh, at that time, his first grade was basically saying, like, this dude's probably a day 3 NFL draft pick right now, and we still need to get more stuff on him. But what people don't understand is that, especially at 24/7, the last thing you want to do to a kid is have a significant drop in the rankings because you were wrong or things aren't panning out. And so what do you do naturally, especially as these kids get on the radar earlier and earlier? We're not assigning 5 stars to sophomores. Like, that doesn't happen. In a similar sense, you're going to start a kid out with a little bit of a lower baseline and try to naturally elevate him almost as like a reward for panning out into the player that he can be and can continue to become. Fejo is a classic example of that. And when I went out to Bridgeland High to see both him and Jonte Newman, who they're the pair of offensive tackles there, I pulled up. Jonte Newman was the markedly higher ranked player. Fejo, I believe, still was working to earn that initial grade. And again, it's a very delicate, careful process. So it was this part of the year where eyeballs are on him to get that ranking. And I'll just tell you this. I'm watching Bridgeland take the field. They get the ball first. And I'm like, Jonte looks really good. Fejo looks solid. My first time seeing him in person. Let me watch this kid first. Like, I can watch Jonte all day. And it sounds corny to say it, but his first pass set, I was like, whoa. Like, and it's in some of the evaluations, folks. You can go and read it 24/7. The way that this kid pass protects as a junior, who this past year was his first year of varsity football, guys. You want him to be a 5-star? He just finished his first year of varsity football. And now he's top 80 nationally. And I'm telling you, man, like, I watched that first pass set from him, and I was like, this kid could be nuts. And I couldn't stop watching him the rest of the game. Wildly advanced for his age as it relates to a pass protector. And keep in mind, he's playing right tackle because Jonte's playing the left side. He is outstanding, not just from an actual technical execution perspective. Fires out of his stance, hardly ever oversets, though. He's always kind of set into that half-man position, which puts pass rushers in a really difficult position. Long arms. And I love his base. I think that he is someone who, believe it, like the 270, 280 pound range right now. Like, this kid's going to look a really good 300 plus pounds, right? And that's what you want. And so Fejo is someone who I mean, we talked about it on the board. I don't even know how many times.
Mm-hmm.
He was going to go up. It was just about getting more data and tape as it relates to the kid. And now he's at number 80. And I'm telling you right now, he's probably not done rising either, which is a testament at the end of it, to go back to the very first portion of this conversation, Bill Beatonbow's early evaluation of Ryan Fejo at an OU camp over the summer and pulling the trigger on that kid before anyone else, because now he claims literally one of the top offensive linemen in the country, well into the top 100 of overall players in general in the 2020s.